Drop the link. I don't
Shalom,
know how to
shalom.
drop the link though. Shalom, everybody.
Man, you quick on that trigger, boy.
Yeah, because when they say to send a link, I could just copy it and drop it in the text.
Yeah, you can just copy it and drop it in there if you want.
Okay.
If people want to come on, I mean, it's up to them.
I don't know how many people I can have at one time because I'm on the free version. We'll see.
10.
Okay. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Yeah, I do be quick on the.
Man, on Go Live, boy, you did that so quick.
So today, I just want to say, Kala Hayabah Shemishaya, which is all praises to the Most High in the name of His Son for, waking us up, giving us breath, wisdom, understanding, and allowing us to do this today.
All praises to the Most High. All praises definitely to the Most High. And His only begotten Son. What's going on? Well, I got stuff on my screen. All right. Y'all got to excuse me because I was messing around with other things on my computer. Yes, what's the
I was trying to see if it popped up on my thing yet. Today, you know what it is? I'm actually on standby. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Today is about
the divide of America.
And no one can stop it.
Oh yeah, nobody can stop
live
this
stream.
It's a rep for Babylon the Great. It's a rep for Babylon the Great.
Yeah, I actually had did a quick little scripture grab.
Oh, you did a scripture grab?
Yeah, since we had the videos, I had to throw the scripture in there so we could, line them up. So I just went off the
programming
cuff. The videos you told me to get were like some of the worst things they shown of what could possibly happen in Hollywood. So I tried to get the scripture of what's the worst that could happen. That's gonna happen.
Well, according to their faith, they have to show you the things that they're about to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to give you subliminals. You know what I mean? So, it's part of the game, brother. It's part of the game. It's part of their wickedness. You know what I mean?
What's their faith?
Their faith is the new world order, but they feel like they're being righteous by telling you little subliminals. You know what I mean? So it'll be like a surprise or something like that. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
Why is this mic moving? That's why. Excuse the noise, people. But
I always thought they just got a kick out of it.
Nah, it's
or some people might have been on the inside and just was like, look, man, we got to show these people some of the things that might be happening in the future.
Well, according to Scientology, they got to show you what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you saying they Scientologists, that's their faith?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Most of their faiths, you know what I mean? They come out with some.
Gonna have the Edomites in the comments like, I'm a Scientologist and that is not what we believe.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. It sound good, you know what I mean? But you don't have to say that that's not what you believe, but you can see it, what's going on. You know what I mean? Hey, there's predictive programming. You know what I mean? That's what they do when they do false flags and all that. You know what I mean? It's political shenanigans too. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. You gotta realize that the Texas border is like 1,200 miles. A lot of people don't know that. If you go from one side of Texas, from El Paso to the other side of Texas, which is Orange, Texas, you're talking about like 800 and something miles, but the border runs about 1,200 miles because it goes down and up and all that. So some terrain you could get by, some terrain is kind of rough to get by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, some terrain, man, you got to be a survivor to make it out there.
you better be very healthy and strong to be able to make some of that terrain. You know what I mean? And then you got to worry about the poisonous snakes and spiders and scorpions and
the heat
lizards
in the day, the coolness in the
night,
the lack of water,
lack of resources. Period. I mean, when we go out there, we at least carry like 8 days of food and water to do like a 3-day trip. You know what I mean? So, and it's rough with carrying all that stuff. So imagine, it's rough. It's very rough to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But everybody need to wake up and realize that predictive programming. I understand that his song is from Megan Thee Stallion is pretty good, and Nicki Minaj dissing her, and all that's going to be irrelevant in a minute. Just wait and see.
My thing is why. Like, I get somebody, I saw a video that said that they've been going back and forth. So I get that. But why? Why is it that for us, let me tell you, when the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, they weren't the only boy bands, but you didn't see them dissing each other.
Well, it's a different culture, though, brother.
I don't like even saying the culture. I think it's pushed on us to be a certain way. Like, you get where I'm saying?
It's not pushed on us, man. It's just we
like Missy and the Brat. They wouldn't beefing. Well, that was more of a man thing when we grew up. Like, you had women beef though, like Foxy and Little Kim, right?
Yeah, but
that's a New York thing or something, right? So
yeah, but you're looking at I mean, let's be honest, bro. Like, when we grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Things a little bit different. You know what I mean? You got Blood Crips. You know what I mean? You got Land King, GDs. Then you got in your neighborhood, you got certain streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So we kind of glorify that stuff and all that. You know, our people like it. I love it. You know why? Because I don't live by that. You know what I mean? So it's got to come to a point where we have to. You gotta open your eyes, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's only for distraction. They both win for the clout. They both got people like, oh, what song did she diss her in? Oh, what did she say? So it's both. It's all putting eyes on them and everybody and taking eyes off from what's going on around the world.
It is, and it's sad.
What just happened? 3 American soldiers died,
and they were all
30
black.
was injured,
and they were all black.
Injured.
The 3 that were black
ones died. Damn.
Yeah, it's just like a movie. You know, when you get into a scary movie, that the black person always died first.
That's horrible.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, 30 of them was injured, right? And
3 died and they were black, so-called black.
Or 30 of them was, what was it? Seriously injured, and 54 was injured. Something like this. Some numbers like that. It was a lot more than what I thought it was in that attack.
It's definitely up there. It really is. There is a divide in the country. Understand that everything you see is predictive programming.
Yeah.
We're going to show you that it's predictive programming. That they'll tell you 2 to 3 years in advance before it even pops off. You know what I mean? And anybody that comes from the hood knows that when people back is against the wall, they will go to the extreme to survive. So you got to realize that too. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Well, it's just the olden ways, right? I was just talking, I'm not going to throw them out there, but I was talking to somebody about what age or what time does a man become a man? And I said, well, who go die in the front line of the wars? Well, what age do they let them go die? Well, because the man's role was always to die. So if these people dying on the front lines, they're dying for the freedom of everybody, not just the woman at home. And you get what I'm saying?
No, they're not dying for the freedom of everybody. I had to learn that the hard way too, brother, because it's really what it is dying for corporations
in America.
Yeah, in
A
America.
lot of these people wars though in the world are real wars that they go through. They little,
Well,
beefs that they have between each other. So that's what I was talking about. America, we don't really go to war. The last time we went to war where people really died like that was Vietnam. And remember, that made us realize what war really was. Vietnam did, and we was like, we don't want to do that no more. Like as a people,
yeah, but some people willing to die for what they believe in, though, and their cause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We when we go to war, we don't die for what we believe in. We just forced to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you look at it, when people be like, "Oh, well, these people this, these people that," hold on, dog, because I feel like this is moving and it's annoying the shit out of me, bro. Sorry about the noise. I just feel like it's wiggling in my face or something, man. That shit don't look right. It don't feel right to me. But some people they go out with a bang for a cause. You know what I'm saying? We go out with a bang because we don't have no choice.
Yeah, like it'd be real beefs. It'd be like, look, bruh, this piece of corner of the land where all these minerals is, that's our land. No, bruh, that's our land. Like it'd be something for real. Like for us, we go to war. Like, hold on, bruh, what y'all doing with this oil? We don't like the way y'all running y'all country, but I'm talking about how other countries act. The ones who really experience the war, who know more about it,
Yeah,
not about destroying another nation, but like you said, physical, ready to die for a cause war.
Yeah, well, there's the new world order. You know what I mean? Where you got to depend on them, and they're going to create famine and all that, and that like they're going to fix it. You know what I mean? That's why they let so many people over the border and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, it's not no 16 million. No, it's not no 21 million. It's actually about 29 million people that's here illegally. You know what I mean? So,
you're talking about that's here in America illegally?
Yeah. It's not just the border. You know, they come over here on a visa and stuff like that and never go back and all that. So,
you sent me a video.
Huh?
You sent me that video.
Yeah,
talking about the Chinese camp.
Yeah, don't.
Where was
Believe
they
it or not,
stationed at?
For people could know, right? The media shows you all these Latinos and all that. You know what I mean? And when they show you like Chicago, what else? New York, and stuff like that, right? They show you them videos, right? So you see like a bunch of Latinos in these videos. The funny thing about it that people is not telling you is that it's only 1 to 2% of the people that's crossing illegally over here. 98 to 99% of the people that's crossing illegal ain't even from South America. 99 to 98%. They'll show you all the Latinos and all that in the news, right? Because they're doing that to wake up the masses, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
To make that political point, right? Like these people are just like you. All of these people are just like you.
Yeah, but there's only 1 or 2% of Latinos that's coming over here. It's not really Venezuela. There's a lot of Venezuelans coming, but it's only 1 or 2%. Don't believe the hype. I said, mention my video that boy, you'd be like, what? You gotta realize a lot of people that try to come over that terrain and stuff like that. There's different stages to get over here, and the cheapest stage is the most dangerous one, and probably 50% make it and 50% don't.
Well, from what I saw, in not just the video you sent me, but from a lot of other videos, it seems like all the enemies of our country is coming, like the Arabs, the Africans, the Somalians, and like the deep Africans, like
everybody that hates America is crossing over the border.
The Chinese, crazy. Like,
but they'll give you this number, and that's not the actual number. The actual number, because you gotta take into consideration the gotaways and stuff like that, and you're looking about 29 million people.
What do you think? One way, like, okay, for instance, I saw an American couple move to Russia. They live in Russia now. Mm-hmm. During everything that's going on, they like literally about to start a farm in Russia, like they're about to plan their future.
Russia's beautiful though, by the way.
Yeah, they were saying that it's cold.
It's cold, but it's beautiful.
From where they were from, it's
like Alaska, bro. It's the same thing as Alaska. Alaska is beautiful to me.
So they moving out there and setting up in Russia, and people was like, they're gonna force you to go fight on the front lines? And he was like, well, Russia is actually a civilized nation, so if you are given the right to enter, a visa to come and enter and stay, then he was like, they don't make you fight in the front lines of the war. He's like, now if you want to come in and don't want to have the waiting list, you can volunteer to fight, which would get you expedited faster into the 1 year of service in the Russian army, get you citizenship as a Russian, is what he was saying. Do you think they would do that with these immigrants over here?
Nah, man, them immigrants are the throwaways.
Did they throw away?
Yeah, they throwaways, bro.
What you mean?
Because they're doing the same thing, right? If they join the military, they could get their green card and all that.
Yeah.
Right to work and all that stuff.
We do it within 1 year too?
Not within 1 year. You can't serve 1 year here in the military here.
Oh.
The minimum, I think, is 2 years. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
When I did it was 4 years because I had a choice, but and then I was already in it, so I re-enlisted for when you look at it, because it benefited me because the stuff that I'm doing now, you know what I mean?
Right.
And stuff like that. And then I went to contract work, but and I started getting my own contracts, but Russia don't force their people to go to war to go fight.
Yeah, the guy actually said there's tons of people who they have a backline of people who volunteer and haven't been picked.
Yeah, Russia don't do that. It's not like you in China and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where you got to do it, or North Korea and stuff like that. It's more like here. You know what I'm saying? Like how you just join, and you join if you want. You don't join if you don't want, and stuff like that.
You know why he said he went to Russia?
Why?
Because he said it was spiritually greater than America. And he was like, even though he couldn't find a Christian church, he a Christian, right? But he was saying like the laws that they have, the things that they believe in, the family first mentality. So like fathers with so many kids, they won't send them to fight in a war. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
But most Russians, I believe, is Catholic, ain't they?
Yeah, Eastern Orthodox.
Eastern Orthodox, yeah. So they believe in Black Jesus and Black Mary. They don't believe in
Hey, he better get down with the get down.
Yeah, they believe in Black Jesus and Mary and stuff like that. They believe that the God of Isaac, Jacob, is black. So I don't know. I've been there. It's beautiful. I would have to say that the architecture is crazy over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spiritually, it's not like, when you go to like Colorado, where you feel like the demonic spirits in Colorado. I didn't get none of that from there, but I don't. That won't be. If anything, be the place for me. You know what I mean? It'll be the motherland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It will have to be Africa. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not telling people to run to Russia though. Hold on, not for I done been online with some Russians. Even though there's some Black Russians, we got our own city in Russia. Let me tell you, bro, it's for a reason. We got our own city, and it's for a reason, bro.
And they are racist, bro. So.
They don't like us. So I'm gonna tell you from not saying all of them, but I done been on the chat with them, bro, and they listen.
Quite a bit of them are racist.
They figured out ways to use English and still be racist and not get pulled by the machine. I'm telling you, they're quite good at it. Yeah, you be confused by what they even saying, but I think using their language and English, they don't work something out. So,
but yeah, if I was to go anywhere, it would be Africa, the west coast of Africa. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
see, I would
there too. So,
I would love to go visit Africa. I know that after this place has fallen, they're going into Africa next. They'll rebuild the next system with the resources from Africa.
Well,
And
Africa is the most resource land in the world. It's the highest lands in the world. You know what I mean?
and
you-
Africans are starting to think about, look, why are we letting y'all play us?
yeah, you can. The whole world could get flooded, and Africa will lift itself up. It won't even get flooded with it. So, a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? Africa is Africa to me is the most beautiful place in the world. West Africa to me is the most beautiful place. It's the biggest continent in the world too. You know what I mean? Compared to China and stuff like that. But Africa,
I have never been. I would like to go. I would like to be honest. If Israel, if the Holy Land wasn't in the shape it was in, I would like to actually go see the Holy Land too.
Well, we were supposed to move there this year. You know what I mean? And I changed my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just was like, it felt like I'm running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From what's about to happen. So, I changed my mind. You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
That could have just been a warning. Maybe God tapped you and was like, "Hold on, buddy, don't make that move."
Well, a lot of people, a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people very, very, very high trained. John Wick, you so quick, boy. That the movie, what you see him do is nothing. So, I'm old, but I ain't that old. I still can move a little bit. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna leave my people behind. I felt like I was gonna leave my people behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I just hope that our people, it's cool, whatever. Being into whatever's going on, but I want you to hear me clearly. You need to stock up on food and water. You really, 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 really do. Even Ben Shemaim, since we've been talking, he'll tell you. We knew all this was going to happen right off the bat. We knew it was like in stages too. By this time, by that time, we knew off the rip what was going to happen, and it's going to happen.
It's kind of like it's like reading the signs, man. It's like watching the wind blow and just having a special little goggle on that allows you to place that wind with where it's going, where it's going to go next. So it's just the signs are getting evident, though, people. The signs are getting. They can only, even with this whole Civil War thing, they can only hide the fact that we're really in war so much longer. Soldiers done died, y'all. You get what?
This is World War III.
They can't keep hiding it. I'm saying they can only hide it for so much longer before they have to. Either they're gonna let everybody know or everybody gonna learn the hard way. I feel like that was a warning to us that we could hit your bases. We could hurt y'all.
Yeah, it is
what we did.
It's not a warning. It's just a direct threat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, even when you look at it, right, when people look at what's going on, I mean, you have to use common sense with what's going on, right? Yeah. And you got to see where's it going, and all that. Just like when you did that community poll, World War III is here. Okay, there's not avoiding it. The issue that you have now with World War III is that the annex part of Texas, and regardless of how you feel about Republicans and stuff like that, Texas is one of those states that whatever the people say is what the legislature is going to do. You know what I mean? So if don't get it twisted. You will see a thing come up on your screen saying you got to vote tomorrow so we annex from the United States and blah 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 blah. And Texas don't need America, but America needs Texas. So people know that.
Plus, there's been 25 states that kind of lining up on Texas.
Well, all them states,
the issue, so.
All them states don't need America, but America needs them states. You see what I'm saying? Because
I think, but you know, I really believe Republicans and Democrats, for the most part, I'm not saying each and every one of them, but for the most part, they're the same body, the same horse. I really think this is a political stunt to keep people's eyes away from what's going on. Things are heating up, and
one is not better than the other.
Yeah, that's true. I mean?
They make a scene. Some people say same bird, two wings, right?
Yeah, it is.
So no, it's not the same bird, two wings. I'll tell you why.
It's a donkey with two halves.
more like a donkey with two halves. You know what I'm saying? But not the same bird, same wing, because they look at what it is, right? So now what they do is they put the fearmonger into their base, right? They're making it seem like, okay, this is what's going on. We're trying to keep these people out of here. Abbott is doing it, blah, 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 blah. But, hey, yo, fam, I just drove right by the border Sunday. Well, Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are crossing on other points, man. You know what I mean? When you ride on the highway, you got to be careful you don't hit nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's right there, man.
It's so right there. Like,
where you could just walk across. It's crazy.
Yeah, you could just if people never been to Texas, or people tell you Eagle Pass, the park, okay, it's probably about anywhere from, I don't know, let's say 4 to 6 to 8 miles. That's just a low type area, and it's easier to cross through there. That's why you got the build up there. But the further down you go, the more of a build up you have. You know what I mean? Yeah. The easier points is going to be built up more, so that's why you see so many people crowded up in them areas, because it's easier to pass in them areas because of the low tide.
That's where the Haitians pass that, right?
Yeah. So when you look at it, a lot of people don't understand that wherever there's low tide and stuff like that, you got to understand that there's stuff in that water too that could do you some harm in Texas.
You don't know what's in that water.
Yeah, man. You got some stuff in Texas that will do you some harm from going in that water. So you got to be
urine.
Careful. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Shampoo, like an animal. You don't.
We got gators here. People don't think we got gators. We got gators here and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you got water moccasins and all that. You know what I mean?
Depending on where they at the border too. Yeah,
you got some dangerous stuff down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Texas, we live in the city, and sometimes you run into a cottonmouth in the city. You know what I mean? Sometimes you run into some poisonous spiders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's true. You buy water, you might see a gator.
Yeah. If there's a flood, you might see a gator floating through your complex sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or by any other like rivers or large bodies.
Yeah, or the bayous
or any area like the actual parks they got. Like, you'd be surprised. I was out and they had a park with the alligator statue with little alligators running around the park, and it was just a regular park. People was walking their dogs and everything, but the park ranger said that if the alligators get too big, they remove them and take them to Brazoria County. But
take them to Brazoria County.
Yeah, they just.
Bro, I go right up my house. Let me see. Walk down probably like a half a mile. There's probably like about 30 gators right there. You know what I mean? It ain't what y'all think it is. Like, it's crazy. But they the issue is that it's a wrap. You know what I mean? And you have to open your eyes. Nobody can fix it, bro. Okay, let's say they do have the elections, which I don't see it. Well, you got a president threatening their own people, but is weak to everybody else. That brings nothing but chaos. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
regardless how you feel about this country, but that's just how it is.
They gonna use the chaos to try to create order. They know the country. This is the craziest thing I've ever
I'm gonna
seen in
try
my
something real
life.
quick.
Right?
I don't want to advertise these people product, but let me turn off my camera so I could get a gulp of this beverage I'm about to. It ain't no
You
alcohol.
said this beverage.
Hold on, let me cover it like this. It ain't no alcohol, okay? It ain't no alcohol.
Oh,
That's
you
like,
back drinking those?
yeah, man, I needed it, man. I had a migraine out this world today.
Yeah.
I had a migraine out this world today, boy. I told y'all, like, man, I'm gonna have to call you back, brother.
You
It's
get
just
two people. This is the craziest trick. You get one person who people didn't really hate at first until the media went against them, but they didn't really like them neither. One half did, but the other half didn't, right? And then you got two people who are like most hated by the other side running for president. And during that, you make the border control the issue that seems like it could separate the states. All while y'all talking, you got Doug Christie and other governors and stuff talking about we should drop a nuke on them. So, I feel like this is the whoop-de-doo. They just like, hey, watch this. Watch Nikki. Watch this. It's gonna be stuff going all year. It's gonna be it's gonna be one of them shows.
nobody's coming to save you.
No.
Nobody's getting rid of the swamp. America is big business and is run by corporations.
That's how it was founded.
All these people, I grew up with conservative values. I'm conservative, but not the same conservative that you see that say that they're conservative. All right? That's not conservative. Conservatives are real about everything that goes on. These people are doing like cults. Like they like to call the Israelite camp cults. These people being cults. You know what I mean? The left and the right. They're being cultish. And we have to understand that I understand nobody want to hear doom and gloom. I get it. I understand that it's more entertainment to see drama and all that stuff. That's more entertainment. That's because they done predictive programmed you so bad that they don't want you to see past a certain point.
They don't want you to prepare.
Yeah, they don't want you to prepare for what's going on.
They want you to be prepared.
Understand, and I want you to understand and hear me clearly. If your grocery stores is stocked up right now, it's in your best interest to stock up. Because you got to understand, before this, there's 3 years, right? 3 years of what's going on at the border. So you have to understand, 3 years of nonstop. Let's just say 5,000 people a day. All right, hold on. Let's just say like how they said, right? 5,000 people a day. All right. So I want you to understand what they're not gonna tell you, and how you that already been here gonna suffer more than them people are. They're gonna suffer in the long run, but you're gonna suffer more. So let's do 5,000 a day times 365. That's 1.825 million people, right? So let's just do that by 3. That's 5,475,000. It's been 3 years. So let's just say, and it's been more than 5,000. You know what I mean, a day. All right. So now you're looking at, 5.5 million people in 3 years. Right. When the pandemic came, I want you to understand this. When the pandemic came, you barely could get what you want out the grocery store. Now let's just say only 5.5 million people did cross over, right? in this time. So you're looking at like 6.2 million people in 4 years, right? Which in reality, just alone in this little time has been 29 million people. 29 million people. How far y'all think our food resources go? Why you think there've been so many droughts? The water drying up and all that stuff. So if you don't see what's going on in front of you, man, ain't nobody could help you but you. You know what I mean? And if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'm gonna be praying for you, even if you can't see it, because I believe that the Most High, God willing, will help y'all. Help you see it, and hopefully it won't be too late. Because let me tell you, it's a time limit on which you have to prepare. I mean, I'm sure it'll be that miracle story where one person, God just made sure they was gonna make it, but I'm sure that won't be for every single person that does. So,
not at all.
Yeah.
You want to get into them videos real quick?
Yeah, it's been enough time. So
make sure you mute the.
It should be muted. Which one you want to go to first?
Go to the forever first.
The forever one?
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to pop this video up. We're gonna go through these videos.
We're gonna speak over it because YouTube does things, but I want you to understand something. I'm gonna show you something that people don't realize.
Okay, where is it at?
I'm gonna go see the Book of Clarence tomorrow too.
It's in the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta wait till it come up out that thing. All right, you ready?
No, don't make it big. Shrink it up a little bit and make us a little bit bigger, so that the algorithm don't pick it up.
How do I do that?
Not leave it like that. You good? We're just gonna talk over it whenever you press play. Because this right here, take the closed captioning off. Right? No. Right there. Yeah. Change. Off. No. You got it off?
I think so.
Press play. Okay. This one right here, when you see this right here, this was when the immigrants was crossing in and all that stuff, and then there was busing them around and stuff like that. And then the purge was supposed to stop, right? And then ended up being the forever purge. You see how they got them all like sitting ducks and stuff like that. They working in the fields and all that. She's going to work after the supposed purge and all that. Then the broke Caucasians was getting it popping with the rich Caucasians that were hiring immigrants and all that stuff. They felt some type of way and all that, right? So what happens is these are subliminals that you don't see. You're just looking at it like it's a movie, but it's actually not a movie. It's actually subliminal. And if you look at right now, how people are feeling about all them immigrants coming in, you see that 2 and 2 equals 4. See, people have no respect for the police and all that stuff. This is all going on because it's creating famine and people don't know it. You know what I mean? So don't let people, you got to read in between the lines because they got to show you some things. They can't show you everything, but they got to show you some things according to their faith on how things work. So you need to open your eyes and see how they do things. And if you've seen this movie, you will know that when they ride in with in the semi truck with the people in the back, and they got the forever purge thing, and the lady goes forever purge, blah blah blah, and guess what? It's telling you little by little. So this is supposed to be like the right movement, and then you got the left, whatever, and all that stuff, right? According to them, but it's bigger than that. It's way bigger than what people think it is. You know what I mean? And people just try to wop you and thinking like, oh, this is just a movie. That's why they got the flag upside down. You got the white dude with the Mexican chick. You know what I mean? So just understand that these are little subliminals. Go into the next one. So if you don't read in between the lines,
So what do you think out of that movie? Because I've seen it, I just can't remember. It's going to actually transpire. Which thing? The hunting of the illegals?
there's gonna be watch. It's gonna not the illegals, everybody of color. It ain't just the illegals.
Okay. Well, that's what the whole purge was about. Was really killing colored folks.
The illegals have crossed over, and multiple illegals was crossing over during the movie. That's what's going on now.
Yeah, but from what I got from all the purge movies combined was that it was pretty much about killing colored.
It is about killing colored people.
Colored people, yeah, for sure. So
and colored people killing colored people, thinking that it's cool to purge. You know what I'm saying? Now this right here,
and rich versus poor.
Rich versus
poor, but not to the elite.
Yeah. Now this right here. No, change.
I think I turned it off, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because it would have been saying something right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this right here, what people don't realize that they say that's gonna happen. How they setting it up for civil war. So people will be like conspiracy theories, blah 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 blah. The funny thing about a conspiracy theory and the truth is about 6 months. There's no such thing as a conspiracy theory. This stuff is going on right here, right now. You know what I mean? The only thing about this movie that's a lot of fluff is that it's like California and Texas fighting against. No, that will never happen.
Yeah, and in the time of World War III, I think a lot of this pushes one narrative while another narrative is happening. And my question is, how long can they control that other narrative? You can only lie about World War III so long before people gonna know, okay, it was 3 soldiers now. What happens when it's 30, 40, 50 soldiers? Because 30, 40, 50 soldiers was injured. So then next time, what happens when it's 30, 40, 50 dead? You eventually going to have to admit we're in war.
You got to admit it. You see right here, he's telling him like, you're an American, but what type of American you are? You see what I'm saying?
What type of American are you? Yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so this is what you got to realize, that people, the government is pushing people to the brinks. You know what I mean? And there's people that love this country.
Well, because what people got to understand is, if you do what you programmed to do, you got probably the worst president in history calling half of the country evil. You know, like based off of what his precepts of evil are. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand that if the other side reacts, whatever happens, the World War III is going to happen. This country is going to have to protect herself from invaders. It don't matter what state. Texas won't be able to get out of America and then get away from what Iran or any of these other countries got planned for her. You get what I'm saying? So the end of the day, they're going to have to fight against that what's over there, and they're going to have to admit to the people here that that's what they're fighting against.
Yeah.
But they need to have control. See, if they rouse everybody up and get y'all hyped and something stupid happen, I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't think they're going to be no elections.
I don't think so
either. It's either they're going to hype people up to do something stupid and say that it was another coup, or say it was a cyber attack, some type of false flag, I believe, is coming.
Yes, it is. Now do me a favor and go to my channel and go to I think it's the Texas ain't having it. Like the 3rd video down from the recent one.
see. Okay, let me try to find it.
It's the one with the flag that with the America that got the states that's supporting Texas. That's why I tell you, man, stack up on ammo and all that, man, and be proficient and stack up on food and stuff like that. Because it might come to your door. Don't forget, when people back us against the wall and they starving, people willing to go to the extreme.
And where the
I think it's the Tucker Carlson. Yeah, it is Tucker Carlson.
tell the truth about everything. That is
With Greg Abbott. It's got the United States with all the rest states blotted out.
oh, okay.
The thumbnail. I just want the thumbnail off of it. I don't want the video.
Oh, okay.
I just want to point something out about the thumbnail.
All right, let me try to share that. Okay. Okay. That one.
Yep. Think my ass getting sick. Yep. Just try to make just try to make the thumbnail big. Well, yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to do it, huh? They banned this video. I'm shocked this came up. The Netanyahu reacts to it. Okay, well, you can leave it like that. Don't even bother. Just leave it like that. Okay. If you look at every one of these states, right? See how Texas is blotted out because these are the states that are supporting Texas.
Yeah.
All these states that are supporting Texas, the United States need. They depend on them on food and stuff like that to refine the oil. North Dakota, South Dakota, where do you think you get your oil from? Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma, and all these places. You got Pennsylvania too. You know what I mean? But they're not. These are the places that keep America moving. So if these places, these red places right here, if Texas was to annex these red states, we'll go along for the ride. So understand that California produces food, but not as much as Texas. You get your grain from, believe it or not, even though it's cold as hell up there in North Dakota and South Dakota is where you get your grain from, not just Ukraine and all that. So your oil, your gas, all your gasoline that you're using here and everything gets refined here in Texas. All your oil come from Texas. You know what I mean? Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
You know what I mean? So it's not a good thing. You get out of that, brother. It is not a good thing. And don't think I'm against my people when I say, you know what I mean, illegals and stuff like that. I understand people from South America are my people too, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm not against my people. I'm just worried about my people that's here right now that's been suffering and they're going to suffer even worse because they don't know what's going on.
I think this is my thing about it. I feel like there's another way. Instead of people, every year we elect people. Half the people don't even vote to elect the one.
Every 2 years, brother.
Yeah, or every 2 years. Yeah, we elect people. Half the people don't vote for one of the elections, or most of the people don't vote for any of the elections. But the people we elect have the power to leave countries alone, to help countries, the countries around us where the people are running into our borders from, the actual people, not the ones coming from China and from Africa and from India and all of that, but the actual people coming across our border. those people, those countries have resources we need that we trade across the world to receive resources that we can get right in our backyard from the people next to us.
Venezuela, you know what I mean? Yeah, we get resources from the people too. The thing is that if a state was to annex itself, the rest of the country won't survive.
Yeah, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. I think that's very unlikely to happen.
What, the state annexing?
Yeah.
Well, that's where civil war comes in.
In this time, I think they want something to happen. I think they want something to happen, like what happened in January 6th, so then they can.
Oh yeah, you
push their control and power over it.
But it's predictive. But it's all predictive programming.
Yeah.
You got dudes listening to what's that? Ben Shapiro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got dudes that listen to all these people thinking like, oh, the right and blah blah blah. The right is right, and man, I ain't left or right, man. Let me tell you what I am. I'm a person that worry about my people and don't care what they doing. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't care about none of that.
I think politicians.
Those are provocateurs. Those are agent provocateurs.
And most of them are paid and owned. They owned by somebody, man. A lot of them people is owned by people.
Yeah, that's why they. It's the same thing with YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I put on somebody's channel, stock up on ammo, and they wouldn't let you put it. The censorship is real, bro. Like it's getting there where we won't be able to talk about nothing in another 3 to 6 months.
I mean, yeah, whenever they announce we really at war, wait until the claws come out.
Bro, these people always talk about disinformation, and they give the most disinformation in the world.
But it's always everything that we accuse other countries of, we do the same things to control the population. Everybody does something to control their population. The number one threat in any country is the people.
Yeah.
So anything that's being done or pushed is typically done to control the population. Now the war, we getting dragged in the war.
Yeah, and the people are sick and tired of it. You know what I'm saying? They're sick and tired of it. You just got to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people are sick and tired of it. They burnt out, and believe it or not, whether you love this country or hate this country, there's people that really love this country and is willing to risk their life for it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So,
and I think that's why I say I just feel like this is a big show, and then once the big event happens, the false flag, the people who are ready to die for the country, you got a reason to die. The immigrants who come over here, you got a speedway to be an immigrant, and we need you. We won't send you on the front lines, not yet. We just gonna have you making missiles.
They're gonna be the front line.
No, I'm not saying that. They're not gonna say. You know how war is, man. It's gonna be 18 to 13. They're gonna grab a certain 18 to 35. They're gonna grab a certain number, and then after that, they'll come back and say, "Well, we need more," even though you were medically saying that you can't go. We're gonna need you. You good enough to go? And the people they had working for them who say, "Hey, you're not medically fit, but we can have you make some missiles." Then they'll come grab them. Then they'll go to 45. We watched it happen in Ukraine. What they doing now? All men and women.
Then they put the pregnant women out there.
Yeah, all men and women 18 to 35, regardless of anything you got going on. We need you now. And what they started doing before that, 35 to 50-year-old men. See, this is what happens. They start grabbing one piece and another piece and another piece. So,
bro, I had this sister yesterday. I had a Navy hoodie on, and she said, "You know how to swim?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "You know how to swim?" I was like, "What do you mean if I know how to swim?" I mean, I was confused, but I guess because she seen the Navy hoodie, she was like, "Oh, I'm saying because people wear the shirts." I said,
Yeah,
"Ma'am,"
no.
I said, "Ma'am, I did 5 tours. I'm a frogman. What makes you think I don't know?" I
She
said,
was
"This lady crazy."
what race was she?
She was a Judite.
Oh, okay.
I said, "What are you talking about?" I said,
Well,
"I'm not
you know
wearing
they
this."
got that saying we don't know how to swim. That's sad because a lot of people I know how to swim. So
I
I know
said,
more that know how to swim actually than that don't. So
but bro, we used to jump into the middle of the ocean though. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
just to be out there. Like I said, people crazy,
No,
man.
but that's a saying that but like black people
Yeah, they
can't
think we don't
swim.
know how to
So she
swim.
probably thought that you had a shirt on representing something that you didn't even know how to do yourself, which we do that a lot of times, put on shirts or things representing things that we're not.
I
Yeah.
did 5 tours, and I did 4 contract tours. So I know how to swim,
Yeah.
like a
But
monk.
that's to me the sad part is that she just looked at you and was thinking he probably don't know how to. My thing is why that's how you know when you battling Satan. Look at me getting into this. Why everything got to be negative about a person? You can't see a person with a Navy shirt and be like, "Hey, you serve?
Yeah, she started
Hey,
asking me if I served. You know what I mean?
yeah, hey man, how many tours you do? You just gotta assume. Yeah, he
She
probably
threw me
don't know
off,
how
bro.
to swim. He just threw on that sweater.
Yes, yeah, she threw me off with that. You know how to swim? I'm like, huh?
Yeah, because she was probably thinking in her head, he don't know how to swim. He just throwing that damn sweater.
But I'm not thinking because of the sweater that she's asking me if I know how to swim. You get what I'm saying?
I would, because that's like basic. That's like the basic foundation of understanding. You see Navy, you gonna think, oh, he probably wouldn't in the Navy. He probably don't even know how to swim. The natural thought process, like he just wearing something. He just think he cool.
Man,
And that's why I be saying, people, we gotta check our demons. That's horrible that somebody you don't even know. You just gonna assume the
that's crazy.
worst about them.
Yeah, I said that's crazy.
Oh man.
I said,
Your
we
own people too.
we used to jump off of planes, man, in the middle of the ocean. You know what I mean? And do our setup to get to build our boat out in the ocean. You know what I mean? Inflate it up and all that to get to where we was going. Like I said, this
Yeah.
lady crazy as hell. You know, we have mini subs that that shoot out of the submarines also. That where you wear your scuba kit and all that, and then you know what I mean, you're in a mini sub heading towards inland and stuff like that to sneak in and sneak out.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ocean is the worst place to be honest with you, because it's so dark and you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Man, we be out there pitch black, dark as you can't see nothing, and be in the water and do what we got to do. You know what I mean? Like it ain't.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. How you get a yeah, the ocean is horrible. No fire, no man. If you basically was stranded in the middle of the ocean with nothing, you gotta get to land, bro.
you
There's
gotta learn
only
how to survive and get to the land, bro.
yeah,
Like
only thing you could do is get to some land. Cause if you ain't got nothing, you on like a raft of people, bro. Just hope God willing, pray.
I said, damn, because even my wife was like, what? You know what I mean? Like she was confused.
But you see how I picked up probably exactly what she was thinking, because that's how people
Yeah.
think. He
Yeah,
got on
like
a
she ain't
Navy
like,
shirt. This dude probably don't even know how to swim. And for her, it was like about to be funny in her head.
I said, man, she could have asked me a million other questions, like what's your rank? What's you know what I mean? I'm like, man, this lady crazy, man.
No, it was that was the doubt. She told on herself by asking the swim question.
Yeah. But here's
Yeah,
the thing.
because she doubted like that she was probably even part of the Navy.
I knew how to swim before I went in there though.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. Like, why would you think he don't know how to swim? bro. I
used
heard
to
that so
30-foot
many.
diving boards, you know what I mean? It's a 40 feet, you know what I mean? 50 feet,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't know how to swim before I went in there. Like, that's crazy.
exactly. I don't get it. Like, why assume we don't know how to swim, bro? You know,
I,
Detroit is a black city. It's surrounded by water. You know that, right?
yeah, but
Detroit River, the lakes.
let
Like,
me tell you something. My man was putting me on, and we was in a oil rig, you know what I mean? Out in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It was paying like 250,000 a year
yeah,
and all that. And I went out there and you gotta go into the water with your suit on and blast all the stuff off of it so it don't rot out the pillars while the water, you know what I mean, is
oh yeah,
reckless, is real rough, right? And my man was like, I was like, yo, dog, I can't see me doing this for 250,000 a year, you know what I mean? Because it didn't make no sense to me when I was contracted for like 500, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I can't picture me doing this for 250,000 a year. It just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, this ain't for me. You know what I mean? So it just threw me off. Like, man, we jump in the ocean. Like, we could go in the ocean right now. I jump in the ocean. No matter if there's sharks there, whales there.
Man,
I'm
bro, I
used to
know
it.
so many people who being out here who tried to get their WIC card so they could do that very thing with no experience. Like, bro, you pay us enough money.
Oh, the Twit card to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, the WIC,
Yeah.
yeah, the TWIC card, yeah.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know,
that
we you pay us enough money, our people would do anything, bro. You see
nah.
them in Africa, you could pay people money right now and be like, I want a hand caught lion. They gonna walk right in the lion's den and take a cub. They gonna spray themselves with some special prayer. Look, hopefully we won't get messed up. They gonna walk right in the lion's den, throw a firecracker, scare the rest of them off, and grab the cub and walk. Like, bro, we are
Yeah,
different.
that job for 250, man, when
We are different.
no, we've been out there where a lot of people don't know how rough the ocean is, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We've been out there where it's, you know, 30, 40-foot waves, you know what I mean? And it's smack. Them boats are big, don't get me wrong. To a human is big, but to the ocean is an ant.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's just
And the ocean got 100-foot waves, man.
yeah,
There's
man. A lot
certain
of people,
places that we don't even that ships don't even go in the ocean because they could
well, yeah,
just
there's a lot of
swallow
places.
them up.
Yeah, there's a lot of places because the water's so rough, you know what I mean? But sad to say that in the military, that's the way you gotta go to get where you go. So, you know, come on, man. I just found it so weird when she said that though. It was funny. I was like, can I swim?
Yeah, I picked it up right when you said it because I just
Yeah, it threw me off though.
meeting and knowing people. It's crazy the way people think about other people.
I said, man,
It's not crazy. It's the world. When you get disappointed by a lot of people, you tend to think that everybody is a fraud or a fake or going to disappoint you. I think that's a natural response.
yeah, I got paperwork, medals, pictures of being out there, other contractors that I know that were out there, other, you know, frogmen that was out there, you know,
Let me share this
people
screen
that
real
people made
quick.
movies of that really wasn't like that. And, you know,
Oh, snap. I picked the wrong. You could have kept talking.
oh, yeah, people that they made movies of that wasn't really, you know, doing the stuff that they were showing. And we've been there, done that. You can see right here, if you look at the camera, see this side, and then you see this side a little bit more puffier than this side. So this whole side right here is reconstructed.
Wait, hold on. I gotta remove this and then show them.
Yeah, this side, if you notice, this side goes like regular, and this side is because it's all metal plates, all
Yeah.
going on this side. So my face, if you look at me regular, you can't tell. But if I go like this into the camera, you can see where the difference
Yeah.
in my face. If you notice, I can't even open my mouth all the way. I talk with
Well,
my mouth
I
closed.
feel like You don't have to prove nothing. I wouldn't
Oh,
even.
no.
I'd have been like, no, I can't swim.
Mm.
I didn't start laughing.
It just threw
I'd have
me
let
off,
her
though.
get her kick. Yeah, because I already picked it up. I was like, oh man, why would she? And then I got it like immediately, right when I thought of why would she ask, the answer came to my head. And I was like, that's so crazy.
I never heard
But,
that before, though, that black people can't swim.
oh man, that's a big saying. And white people programmed us to think about that is true about ourselves. Just like black people love grape pop and orange pop and watermelon. Bruh, every person I know who had that stuff as a kid loved it. No matter what color, race, creed, and even as adults, a lot of
Shit.
people, I don't even like pop, but a lot of people as adults, no matter what race, still love grape pop. Bro,
I'm
every
a so-called
flavor
Puerto
pop.
Rican, and I love grape pop. I love watermelon. I love
if
fried
if
chicken.
you if you go to Fago, right? Because Fago was coming out with all the new pops, remember?
Oh, yeah, the
Growing up.
Jolly
Bro,
Ranchers and all that. Yeah.
everybody I knew who anytime Fago dropped a new pop, everybody wanted it. It didn't matter what race you was.
I
To
know
say
Asian
that
people that
we
would drink
love
that shit.
watermelon, bro, everybody love watermelon. Like those type of things are ridiculous. We can't swim. It's a lot of people in all races who can't swim, but to single out black people, like black people don't know how to swim, which is a saying,
Judah got it
is
bad,
crazy.
bro. Judah got it
Yeah, we do. Or
bad.
it's always something, right?
Yeah, Judah got it bad.
So I'm about to get to this because the thumbnail, the meat and potatoes,
The meat and
the
potatoes
thumbnail,
of Great
right?
Babylon.
It says, woe be unto Babylon in Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria, right? All the places we see and go off. Russia is part of Asia, people don't know. All the places we see and go off, right? Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So it's destruction that's going to go all over the world. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, because the thumbnail said, who, what did the thumbnail say? Who could stop this?
Nobody can save it.
Nobody can save it, right? So this is just more proof to that pudding. Like the fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire is gone forth from his wrath, and who is he that can make quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? To powder, y'all. What could turn a person to powder?
Nuclear.
The earth quaketh and the foundations thereof, and the sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and when his arrows that he shooteth, are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'll go down a little bit more. It says, behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, and returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. So this is Ezra saying this, right? Because he witnessing this, right? He like, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days, right?
He got shook.
Yeah, he got shook, man. He got shook. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginnings of famine and great death, which you mentioned famines in the video.
Mm-hmm.
In great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The powers are the ones who rule the world, y'all. It says, in the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think to themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? And when things were so cheap, nobody thought nothing was happening, right?
Yeah, they'll bamboozle.
But it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of the famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Check this out. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man desires to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city, so it's giving you the understanding of where this is taking place at. That's why I warned about the cities, right? For of a city there shall be 10 left, 2 in the fields, which shall hide themselves in thick groves, and in the clefts of rocks. And as in the orchard of olives, upon every tree there are 3 or 4 olives left, or as on the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days shall there be 3 or 4 left by them that shall search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of the famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, and receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not a slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son. With 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not for a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word and make you ready to thy battle. In those evils be even as pilgrims upon earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, and he that have no, as he that will have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that will not dwell therein. He that soweth as he that shall not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard is he that shall not gather the grapes. And they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as widowers. And therefore they that labor, labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins, saith the Lord. Right? So that pretty much described a lot of those movies, the destruction and the famine and everything that's coming. And if people don't know about pilgrims, is pilgrims got up and moved when they saw danger coming. They were prepared for it, and they got up and were moved to the next area that it was safe, right? They used to live by
They
10.
always moved when they seen danger, or
And
if they
when
got into danger, they always moved on.
just
They never
move,
stood in one place too long.
And what this is saying is, he that buyeth is he, and he that buildeth. This saying all the things that you planning in your life inside the city, have a plan ready to leave. This goes back to that Matthew scripture that says one will be in the field and one will be taken. Listen,
always have a bug out plan.
Always, just start planning now. Start planning. Pick out a place that you think is comfortable. Talk to some people. You might find somebody owns some land out there that's really cool. Just start looking around now, finding a place. Even linking up with people online. Not saying go meet them and they strange people, but just get to know people while you got time.
Yeah, make sure you vet people before you
definitely
link up with them. Make sure that they are very trained and proficient, because it doesn't make no sense for you to go with somebody that can't help each other on different skills and stuff like that. So,
and train yourself.
Yeah, you gotta train
while you got time, and if they know more than you, have them teach you some of their knowledge and their information. It's important.
Yeah. Any ever in H-Town, we go, when I am here, we go every week, and train. So on Sundays, there's a bunch of us that go get together and stuff like that. So, and altogether, you're talking about probably 1,000 years of military stuff that people don't know about. So, yeah.
So it's important because nobody can stop what's happening, and for us, it's happening because of us, because of what happened to us. But people also got to remember, as the rain falls on the just and the unjust alike, just try to make sure you got an umbrella. Your umbrella, the first and foremost thing, because I know people probably like, he never meant, the first and foremost thing, which I would think you would understand because it's kind of a Bible channel, is that get your relationship with God, get under them commandments. That's like the first thing.
That's the first thing you need to do.
Fasting, that's the first thing. I'm just assuming that most of the people who come here already got that. Just wanted to throw that out there for people who don't. Once you got that,
first high, the most high. I said first high. The first thing you need to do is get right with the most high, live by the statutes and commandments of the most high, and fast and do everything you're supposed to do. That come first, and then everything else come into play. Now you can put everything else into play, but understand that you need to really get
because you can have all the food and everything, and like we just read, somebody will come and take it. With the sword. So make sure that what you're doing is lined up with other folks, and it's not under the Most High. Yeah, and then do what the Bible say. Get out into the wilderness, and if danger come near where you at in the wilderness, be like pilgrims, go to the next area. But
when things get crazy, although you're not supposed to touch it, you're not really touching it and stuff like that. Get you some Spam, because boy, them people love Spam. So real good food for
Spam. I'm just nervous that if they get Spam and they starve, and they might eat it. So if you haven't had a history of eating pork, don't get it. Don't get it. Figure out something else in the can. Get some sardines, some other little fish called. Did they be?
Let me tell you a story. I went to an Indian restaurant. Indian restaurants usually don't make pork. They don't cook pork. I went over there, I ate. Man, I was busting this thing down, bro. I went and got seconds, and I ate again. And when I told you I was sick as a dog, bro, for like 8 days off of eating that damn swine.
Oh, yeah.
I was sick as a dog because I never ate it. You know what I mean? And I didn't know it was swine. And then I started, throwing up, and basically I caught food poisoning off of it. You know what I mean?
If you've never eaten it or you haven't had it in a long time, it will really mess you up. Matter of fact,
I was dehydrated and everything.
They had to season the heck out of it because I can smell it's so strong. I can smell it from so far away.
What was curry?
I've never had curry. You haven't had curry? I've had some style with curry.
Yeah, it was,
My
but
mom's style.
the curry smell. You know, Indians make that curry strong. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking
Yeah,
it's like curry chicken or something like that.
yeah.
And
They had it like packed, like
dog,
it's
I was
mostly soup, right? Curry's like the soup, right?
yeah, it was like it's like and I was pouring over the white rice, but I was so, you know, if you eat it, that's on you. But um, for me, first time eating it, and man, I had the runs real bad. I was dehydrated, throwing up. So there's like, well, maybe you got food poisoning, and I was like, oh, maybe, you know what I mean? And when I went into the hospital, bro, they was like, no, you don't have food poisoning, but you dehydrated like crazy. And then my wife was like, "Oh, you know what? That probably was pork," and they didn't say nothing about it and stuff like that. And that was like, "You never ate pork before?" I was like, "Nah, I don't eat that. I never grew up on that." And
Yeah,
he was
that
like,
just
"Yeah, it
happened to
does
my
that."
rib. She bought some turkey sausages that were wrapped in, or some beef sausages that were wrapped
Pork
in
skin,
pork skin. Yeah, and she ended up getting
pork
real
intestine.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I don't buy that stuff when it says beef sausage, turkey sausage, and that's just like shredded up, like shredded up. Um, even with the people that I go to, because we don't shop at grocery stores, but even with the people I go to, even though they say it's 100% beef, I don't eat sausage. And that's just like the meat of the sausage, you know. And I don't even like buying
Yeah.
that because it's all stuff broken up into making it into sausage. You get what I'm
So
saying?
you like what is that called when it's just is that called it's something, right? It's a name for somebody gave me something like that. I don't know. Where it
Yeah,
was just the meat out of the sausage.
it's just the meat, but it's not broken. It's not everything mixed together like
Yeah,
all the
it's
throwaway.
kind of like in pieces, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it,
kind of like
like
in
not.
pieces.
It's hard to describe it, but it's kind of like like
Yeah,
yeah,
like if we go in the back, right? If let's say I'm not a fan of beef. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So if I'm gonna make ground turkey, I'm gonna make it out of turkey breast. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And stuff like that. But I do it here. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I'm not buying it from a store that I don't know what's in it.
Understand.
Everything that we eat here is from here. It's from from my homestead. You know what I mean? So
Which is smart,
yeah, everything's from my home. Well, you know, we're gonna
safe.
set up the homestead over there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
everything we do is raised here, done here. The collard greens are from here. The turnips is from here. The tomatoes,
Yeah.
everything is from here.
Yeah, I'm excited about that part. Having the all natural fruit.
Yeah, everything's from here.
That'll make my
I
my
haven't had
rations of beans and rice seem not as important.
I haven't had watermelon yet that haven't had no seeds, and I haven't had no potatoes that didn't have roots to grow more potatoes. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So my seeds and everything don't even come from this part of the world. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's for the best. I want some blue Java seeds, to be
Oh, blue
honest.
Javas.
Yeah, I want to
I
grow
think I got
some.
some right here.
I heard they taste like vanilla ice cream.
It
I
does.
was
It tastes like
like,
vanilla ice cream.
what? And it's actually more natural than our bananas. Like our bananas are not saying they're not natural, but they're genetically
They're not.
engineered so the seeds won't grow to maturity. Where the blue Java seeds grow and everything, be real, just real. Like, it tastes like vanilla ice cream, bruh. Sign me up.
Let me see if people know what this is. Anybody know what this is? Well, I don't know if there's even people out here. This is when you get shot. You put this in your gunshot wound. That's what this is. You stuff it in there. Uh,
Yeah, you talking to the vet community now.
what is this?
I can't tell from here. Is it a bag?
There's a tourniquet.
Oh, okay.
Just the stuff that people need to have and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here, let me show you. A lot of people talk about it, but they don't be about it. Ben Shemai will tell you, I'm really about this. I really do this for real. Oh, hold on. There's a kit. Let me see. The stuff that you need. There's a blanket to keep you warm.
Kind of like the county. It's kind of like the county jail ones. Huh?
Yeah. Look how little this stuff is. This is a little. This is a fork, but you can dig with it too. This is stuff. Fishing wire, compass.
Yeah, that's important. Fishing wire.
Fishing wire. Fishing hooks.
Yeah.
What is this? This is a little flashlight. You know what I mean? Just stuff that you should really take into consideration and put in your bug out.
If y'all could afford it, get a kit of that and the first aid kit and some prescriptions, and you kind of set for the emergency stuff if you got food and that. I mean, yeah.
Ammo and a pew pew. You know what I mean?
Definitely, that would be definite. But I know how some people feel, and I know they feel strongly. Some people will just not get a gun. That's fine. Just make sure you know somebody who got one and they part of your bug out plan, because y'all gonna need. You just heard what I said from the Bible. People left in the cities are gonna have people with swords going through their door looking for them. And if you would have let me, if you know, when I came down and said, because all of that stuff that you were staring up would get taken by them. And through captivity, your children would have children. That means that children are going to be taken and become the property of these people doing these events during this time. So first off, you just don't want to be in the city. Right now, your city's straight. Just make sure you're getting prepared for when it's not straight. When it's not straight, it's time to go.
And try to go somewhere out and try to store it in other places that's outside of the city. If you got people outside of the city.
If you know what I mean? If you can't, just make sure you got it stored wherever you can. You got transportation, and try to make sure you can meet a connection outside the city. If you can't, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. If you can't meet a connection, man, just learn the basic surviving stuff, camping, learn areas. You'll meet a connection. Got it. If God is with you here, bring a connection.
You can make sap into fire for it can last a long time. You can make your own tiki torch off a branch and sap, and it'll be lit up for a while. Like there's just so many things that you could get away with. Like there's a lot. You don't have to have a ton of money to do this stuff either. Get you canned goods. Okay.
Yeah. And I know y'all probably like, man, you be stressing. I just be worried. I'll be worried. Like
we talk about this all the time.
When Ezekiel, when he said, "Oh Lord God, oh God, Lord, please, are you?" When he said, "Are you gonna destroy all the residue?" Like he was so shocked. He like, "Oh Lord God, like, are you gonna destroy all the residue of Israel in the stamping out of your fury?" Like what he saw was shocking and hurting. And like, and when you read the Bible, you kind of get that, because it says he ate the scroll and it tasted sweet like honey. And it hit the belly. It was bitter.
I put a video out with the UN telling you to make sure you got a flashlight in 36 hours of survival. When they telling you that,
just make sure
something's up.
Just make sure you can do what you can, and then pray to God. You know, you're gonna pray. You should be praying and fasting first, and keeping the commandments and doing all of that first, like we were saying. But make sure that whatever you do, and put the effort to doing it. Don't just say you want to do it and then not put any effort. We put effort into things we love to do all the time. TV shows, whatever you want to watch, whatever your release is, music. Put effort into learning some new things, into storing up a little bit here and there instead of buying a pop or a candy bar, which is horrible and we don't need it. I'm not saying you can't have it and it's
But they
against
good
the
though,
law.
man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not good for us. And I'm not saying that
You
it's
should drink it,
against the
but it's
law, but I'm talking about like you gotta understand if a person only makes $200 a week and you buy 5 pops a week, bruh, don't do it.
That's 5 canned goods you can have.
Get a case of water, like, and then get some canned goods, like he said. Like, learn how to do without what, or if you got water from the faucet that actually is good water, like in Michigan, bro, get your water. Get your, just fill that buddy up and go
Michigan,
without. You'd be surprised them days that you're not buying pop or buying a little snack here or there, how much money you come up with. If you got to have one habit, if you do a bunch of different things, that's your habit, your piece. Choose one of them to dip away just so you can have that a little extra to store up. This is for people who got it tight. You only make 200, 300 a week. You only got 20 or 30 extra dollars after your checks are spent.
Michigan should be an example for all of us. Michigan should be
talking about what happened to Flint.
That should be a very strong example for all of us. So people know Michigan does have a high population of Caucasian people, but Flint, Detroit, Grand Rapids, those have a high population of Judites.
Yeah.
And that should be an example. Michigan should not be going. There's a place in Michigan called the UP that they had the most freshest water in the world, that Michigan shouldn't be going through the things that it's going through.
If people know what they talking about, Michigan ain't going through nothing, bro. Let me tell you. Only Flint water was straight. Flint water was good for years. Michigan got some of the best water. Michigan is one of the one states left you still drink out the tap. Only in Flint, they decided to switch the pipes and pull from the Detroit River.
They messed everything up.
And they messed everything up. And they knew it. That from what we heard, they knew what was gonna happen when they did that. So
you can go up to northern Michigan, you can take a cup of water, put it into the river, and straight drink it and not worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Not worry about nothing. For real, for real.
Well, it depends if the water is in the river. If it's in the river.
I'm talking about the UP.
Oh, yeah.
In the UP. I ain't talking about southern Michigan. I'm talking about northern Michigan.
Well, I'm just because the fresh water got to be running. It's a lot of creatures and stuff in their water.
No, they're running. Come on, man. You've been to the UP. Stop it, man.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Like you people be surprised, but actually the Detroit River is not bad. It was just the pipes. The Detroit River is one of the cleanest rivers. It's one of the cleanest rivers in the country. It produces very fresh water because the current's how it runs.
The cheapest pipes that they could put in there that need maintenance, nonstop maintenance, and there wasn't maintenance in them, and that's why it happened like that.
Yep. Instead of
buying the regular piping, they bought the cheapest that they can, wasn't maintaining it, and it messed up. It contaminated the water.
Yeah. And switched them over to some messed up pipes.
But that should be a lesson to everybody that's so-called Black, so-called Latino, so-called Native American. You better open your eyes.
Well, I feel like the biggest one was thing Katrina, and then look what just happened in Maui, man. If people don't see, they will block you off and lock you in your city.
Don't forget Harvey did some damage down here, but it didn't hit the news like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they didn't lock us in though. It wouldn't that where they
didn't lock us in, but there was a lot of people trapped off though.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't get food or nothing, so
it was. But that just showed me that they would do that. Like it's possible for them to put a border around Houston and say ain't nobody leaving. Y'all are refugees. We watched them do it to New Orleans. So like
I say Houston, but I'm
I've seen them do it to Galveston, not for long, but you know how they'll say anybody who don't leave now, you won't get any help. And
Yeah,
you'll
but
be
Galveston.
blocked off from everybody else, but they don't do it for a long time.
Yeah, but Galveston, that's people with money though in Galveston. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they still let you travel back and forth. I
Yeah.
never saw them just block
Even when
off
they
the
close it down,
road.
you still can
Yeah,
travel back and
you
forth
can
if your
still go
address is
back
there.
and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where I live at, I don't know. Some people be like, "Oh, the power's out." I don't know for say if the power's out because I have generators that come on. I don't even know when they come on or when they don't come on. To be honest with y'all, but some people be like, "Yo, the power's out." I'll be like, "I don't." Like when that
See that?
storm came, that winter storm. I'm like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking about? The power's out. The pipes is freezing." I'm like, "Dude, this is my heat going and everything," but I don't have. I'm not in their system per se. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I got lucky when I got this house here. Uh, I think he was more self-reliant more than being into their system. You know what I mean? When he
Yeah.
built this place, so
Oh, okay. Then,
yeah,
then
he was
like the way it is today.
yeah. He's more. I mean, this ain't like the off the grid situation. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's pretty much self-reliant. You can't get to me. Good luck if you try to get to me. You could try. Um, Good luck is what I'm gonna tell you. Because everybody that we got our people gathered basically. So if you go 2 miles on the road, if you go 2 miles to the right of me, 2 miles to the left of me, 2 miles behind me, 2 miles in front of me, north, east, west, south, um, you ain't gonna make it to where I'm at. And to make it to where they're at, there's other people around them, and we all in a circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't get to us.
So what those people you served with? How you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they kids and my kids and they trained and as you're looking at probably about 400 of us right now. Four something like 420. Somewhere
Okay.
around there. We all self-reliant. We all barter with each other. We don't use what you call money. That's not money to us. We barter with each other with precious metals, food and stuff like that. That's how we got our own community. We got our own people.
That's I know a lot of people won't. To be honest, you might not be able to leave the cities right now, but I believe there's a lot you can do. You can start planting gardens and
Yeah, you can plant gardens and
canning food,
you don't need a
canning your
bunch of
food.
room. You don't need a
Yeah,
bunch of room.
canning
You don't
your
need that.
food and get your neighbors or people who like-minded, cousins, friends,
Cousins,
anybody
family
who
members.
got a similar mindset, get them to plant something other that you're not planting, and then you will see that once you start planting and you get a couple plants going, you're gonna grow way more than you need, and then you can start to trade that with them for some of the things they got. And everybody, get you 3 or 4 people to do that, man. You'd be surprised with 3 or 4 plants a piece. Y'all have 12 different things now in each kitchen. So
Yeah, and if you live, I mean, I don't know where most people live at, but if you got family south, man, try to get there. You know what I mean? Try to get away from the northern states with the bad weather, because over here, uh, what we in February? No, we in January still, right?
yeah,
So by the time we get into February, like the second week of February, our crops start growing. You know what I mean? So, because we're already going into the 70s already. You know what I mean? Because that polar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wouldn't plant them this early because I believe we still got another freeze in February, probably one more.
nah,
Only
mine's automatically grow because there's nothing we could do about it.
Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like Houston, a lot of stuff just naturally grows. I'm talking about like from a farming perspective.
Oh no, from a
You
farm
out
perspective,
here,
no. I wouldn't.
yeah, about the
If you
first
already
week
have it
of March.
started,
March 2nd this year would be the perfect day to start.
Yeah, if
growing you.
ours grow automatically, and it's just a cycle that ours go
Yeah.
through. But if you just starting out, I wouldn't recommend that because you don't know how to take care of it when it comes to stuff like that. So
because you gotta.
we've been doing this. We've been on this.
Well, because if it's roots in the ground, it's different from seeding.
Yeah.
You're trying to seed. First off, if you're trying to seed, they're not gonna survive a freeze.
Fragment.
Your roots could die in the freeze. It depends how bad the freeze is. If we get a 3-day freeze in February, everything's gone. Houston like that. Houston would be beautiful. You see flowers growing back again, and then 3-day freeze. It's all, and then the next week is back to 70
back again. Yeah, so
and that'll be the end. I think we got one more, maybe more than one, but I know probably one in February.
No, I don't think. I think it's a wrap because it was so low the temperatures. We hit them negative 50s, negative 60s. So
yeah, but we still got February.
Nah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
Not worried about it. Last
year,
it's a
polar eclipse.
The power went out. Remember in February out here?
Yeah, but it's.
I don't know, man. February is.
Yeah, you're gonna get that one cold snap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
One cold snap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just how bad it is. Like if it's 1 day or 2 days, but
yeah, but it ain't gonna be like it because the ice already came down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna be
not really here. Not Remember last year, man? It had the first cold streak in January where it had the little ice, and then it had the real snow.
Yeah, it came down. Yeah, it came down like the third week of February.
Yeah, and then the power went. Yeah.
And usually the second week of February, boy, it'd be like 50 at night.
But remember,
and 70 degrees, and you know what I mean, during the day.
Last year, the real New Year started later. It was the second week of March, so it made sense that towards the end because it was still the middle of the winter. So I think if it's gonna come this year, it'll probably be early February, the first or second week, if we get it. Because the second or third week could be the week or two before it.
I know there's a lot of rain coming. I know that.
Well, we could, I guess, I don't know. We had a lot of rain. I ain't been outside to see what levels we had. I don't know how much we could take. They said California just got historic levels of rain.
Yeah, California looked great when I went over there, dog. The desert was green. So you know they got a lot of rain.
Yeah, I heard they got a lot of rain.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have to wrap this up, bro.
All right. Shalom. I ready to see you with the little twisty and
yeah, man. It's been like that for like 20 minutes. I kept wanting to say it, but our conversation was so good.
Shalom, barakatah. Peace and love to everybody. And please prepare yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And peace and love.
Peace and love. And new Bible study coming this week, man. I'm gonna try to do I'm going over karma. We're gonna talk about the Bible in it, but I'm going over karma and where it comes from.
Well, karma's not for the. Well, I'm gonna let you do that. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. We can talk about it on the next video. After I make the video,
I caught myself on it. I'm like karma. Well, karma ain't for the. I'm gonna just let you speak on it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the next video. Yeah.
Shalom, barakatah, much love, peace and love to everybody, and be safe.
Barakatah, shalom, peace.